In this video, I'll be talking about mainly paradox of different reality and dimension and multiple universes, all the philosophy, psychology type shit, and also sharing a vision that I saw today that may not be a dream because once you have gained a certain knowledge, once you have gained a certain self-awareness after going through a lot of psychology and philosophy and all the shit which I've done, you'll know what's a dream and what's a reality, what's a different reality or vision. So that's what I experienced where I was like, fuck, it's been a couple of months and I'm back to my mom's basement, which is upgraded a little bit. So I wanted to share it as soon as possible so I don't forget this shit. Is that I saw a vision from a future of my own shit, which I'll be revealing later. But right now, what I'm trying to say is that I don't know if it's a big discovery, but it might be. So, whatever actions that you take right now, whatever you're doing right now, whether it's with your career choices, whether it's taking a big risk or playing it safe, or just thinking about something that you want to do in future or you're avoiding, creates a big ripple in the universe across all the dimension and reality. So, whatever the fuck you're doing right now, if someone says, oh, it's not gonna do something at all, even if you don't do something at all, you're creating multiple branches, multiple realities of yourself, your parallel self that does that thing. So it's like a tree. Let me go and tell you something. You may or may not be the original version of yourself. Let me give you an example. Let's take my name as an example. I'm Igus, okay? My name's Igus. I have changed my name recently, yeah. My name's Igus. Ever since I was born, I was the original, okay? But I've been through hell. I experienced a lot of shit, and yeah, don't mind me if you think if it's all sweat because I just work out, so don't mind this shit. So I'm the original Igus. In another reality, in another dimension, there might be a version of me which is already a trillionaire, quadrillionaire, which is my goal. In a younger age, he must have already figured the fuck out how to be him before even becoming him. Like, you understand what I'm saying, right? There's a version of me, I'm right now 21. There's a version of me who has already achieved all my goals, which I have not, certainly. And I despise that guy. So, who is me? So, my goal right now, even though I haven't achieved that yet, as you can see, I've made a lot of progress. My room, made a lot of decent money. Not decent money, it's not a decent according to me, but look wise, I have become the hottest guy ever. I still need to fix more and get better, but I have some progress. Rather than not having any progress at all, rather than giving up or saying like, oh, looks maxing is scam, making money online is a scam, that's a different reality of me. That exists, okay? This is the original. I am the original. I may not be an original, but I might be the branch, a seed of the original that leads to a different dimension, different version reality. Okay, dimension is a different thing, but different reality is a parallel version of me, okay? So this is the seed of me. I was born here. I don't know if my drawing is clear, but it's a scabby shit. Yeah, if you guys can see, it's a tree. It's an ugly ass looking tree because I drew it in a fast way, in a hurry. If you see, this is me. This is you. This might be you, okay? So this might be you, the real version of yourself. As soon as you're born, you have created a big ass tree, and tree of life that has roots, branches and leaves across different parallel universe, different parallel reality. Now as you grow up, as you become a tree, slowly but steadily, if you can see or not, fuck you guys, there might be different branches that you can see, right? And that those branches leads to more branches. Those branches leads to more different realities and dimensions, and those branches, aka, are your actions, your choices that you never made, or choices that you made. So you're just part of a big tree that ends up becoming so big that every choice that you take, whether it's a safe one, whether it's a risky one, whether it's a one that you didn't even know, leads to that type of shit. So, for example, if you are, let's take your name as Alex, whether it's if your name's Alex, okay, there's a kid called Alex. He was born. He is the original guy. Okay, in this reality, in this world, he's an original dude. As soon as he grows up, he makes choices of his life. He makes decisions of his life that leads to different things. He may choose to become a soccer player at a very young age. So he dedicates his life in becoming that guy, becoming the soccer player, football player who's even more famous and wealthy than Ronaldo himself, Ronaldo or Messi himself. So there goes another dimension where, like I said, in this shit, when you're young, that dude picks a choice that he is interested in soccer. So he goes all in and makes it out of his way. And there might be a different solution, okay? There might be a different reality or a different version that he might have become the world's best soccer player, or there might have been a version of himself that does all the grind and all the shit and still fucking fails. And thus his all life is fucking cooked. But he's at least satisfied to know that he gave it all, and then he looks up to the different things that he wanna do. And he keeps on giving actions. But there's also different versions of him that got scared and doubted himself that fuck, I'm not gonna make it. It's too big process, or his parents, your parents, Alex's parents might have stopped him. No, soccer is not for good. You should study and get a degree and you should get a job. Thus, Alex being a bitch, listening to his fucking parents, not pursuing his goal, whether or not he will become or not, which is uncertain, but still, instead of listening to his own soul or guidance, he played it safe, listened to his parents, and boom, he just kept on branching and growing in an uninteresting tree. So what I'm trying to say is that once you grow up, you're gonna rip the fruits. You're gonna, have some fruits like apples or whatever. Tree of life always have apples, whether it's gonna be ripe, poisoned, fucked up with insects, or normal ones. So golden apples or anything in the reality itself, I'm saying. So there are different versions of you who are working because of you. Do you know what happens if you don't play it risky? If you play it safe your whole damn life, you know what happens? Your different reality, your different versions of yourself do it themselves. And as you know, our current timeline and our different reality, our different versions of ourselves are living in a different way, are going through a different time way. So they have different time zones. So they live faster. And you know what happens? You grow up. Like for example, you're 18 years old. You thought I'll start a business. At 14 years old, you saw all your friends starting a business. Oh, sorry, all your friends, picking up their career and all this bullshit. At 14 years old, you're just a fucking kid. And you saw someone making $1 million. You saw an Lamborghini, Aventador, Porsche, or Bugatti, or whatever the fuck you saw. And you got to know that how it's a fucking scam, college and all this stuff. At 14 years old. I'm just giving an example, don't take it seriously, but you thought, okay, oh my god, that's a fucking car. I don't know how the fuck am I gonna make that much of my amount of money. Once you get to know how much that money makes, how much amount of that car might cost, like a couple of $1 million or a couple of $100,000, which you won't be able to earn via your fucking job or school. That you got to know at an early age, okay, that you met that millionaire, you met the billionaire, whatever the fuck, who was driving that car, and he tells you that it's expensive, but you can also do it. Or that's when you make a choice. At 14 years old, you see a path. That, okay, fuck, I don't know how the fuck he made that money. If I spend my years trying to figure the fuck out how he made that money, by 18 or 20, I'll at least get fucking rich. I'll just get this 9 to 5 job, and I'll buy myself Porsche, McLaren, go and Seg or any damn car, supercar, man, you'll be rich. You'll be glad that you took your actions at 14. And there's a version of you, if you hesitate to take risk of, if you hesitate to take the risk of dropping out of your college, which might have led you to start a startup that made you $1 billion, or you started a startup, you failed, and then you made it $1 billion or some shit like that. It depends. So there's a version of you that didn't took the action. So mainly this one is you, of course. You are a fucking little bitch. So there's this version of you who thought, oh fuck this guy, he's a scammer, he must be a drug lord, he must be a money launderer. That is not real. This might be your current stuff, okay? The version that made it, it's like, oh my god, he's a coded guy. Not you, you're a fucking asshole. Fuck you. So you right now you will think, oh my god, making money online is scam. I'm not gonna do it. It's too risky. My friends, my parents are always saying me that, oh no, you should not do that shit at all. It's way too hard. That's not possible. That's not real. You go and say to your mom, and your mom is like, no, you should not do that. Your father is like, you should not do it. When you talk to your friends make fun of you. Oh my god, he's a fucking cringe guy. What the fuck are you dreaming about? You'll never get that car, and you'll get discouraged. Get brainwashed, manipulated by your surroundings, and boom. And you know what happens when you decide to not take the action? You grow up slowly, but the version of you who took the action, he is living in a different time zone. He lives faster, so his lifespan is like in a second. By the time you're 18, he's already made his life. He's already fucking rich. He's already old, and he already has grandkids. Like, that's a whole damn reality that's already fucking finished. That's a reality that's completed. A universe which is completed. A version of you which has succeeded in taking actions and died without any regrets. And you know what happens to that version? Once he has completed that shit, his essence, life essence, his soul comes back, returns to you via dreams, thoughts, and your surroundings, or anyway. That essence will always return to its original owner. You know how? Because he lived the life, and that guy was you, a different reality of you. Indeed, he took the action and all that stuff, but he was still a version of you. He wasn't the original, and you know what he wanted? He was so happy that it basically, I'm just trying to say you guys that you can understand, okay? That version wanted you to experience that as well, as an original guy. Like, there's a version of me, like all the version of me always love me, okay? There's a different version of me where I could have killed my mom. Yeah, I'm being dead ass, okay? I'm not joking at all. Because I was too short tempered or some shit like that, I would have killed my mom. There's a version of me who would have killed my mom because she was nagging a lot. But there's a version of me right now who avoided that shit and got better with mentally, socially, physically, every way. So there's a version of me who's a criminal that I also got to know. There's a version of me who already got fucking laid in his school time. There's a version of me who didn't got bullied in school and actually got jacked, rich, and focused on his life instead of listening to his mom or parents, or instead of listening to his friends. Like, there's a version of me who didn't got bullied. There's a version of me whose parents didn't got divorced. Like, and that those parents, like my mom and father, were a good couple, and he was a good dad, and instead of being a bitch asshole. So what happens, I get all this thought, I get all this shit in my dreams or in my thoughts while I'm doing something totally unrelated, not even thinking about it. You know what happens? That's basically indicating that in a different reality your life has already ended, and that essence returned to you, yourself, your original soul, telling that how your life could have been if you took that action, how your life would have been if you will take more actions, and giving you part of view of how it looks to feel good. You get it? So back to Alex. So there's a version of you at 14 years old who became 18 years old, but in a different timeline, That guy who took the action to start a business and spend years of failing and then made it out, got famous and all this stuff, that dude died without regrets, and his essence, his soul, returned back to you. And in dreams and in thoughts or some way, you see everyone getting rich around you. You see everyone, popping on with Lambo, Rolly, Pateks, APs. You see all the richness. You see all the guys getting ahead of you, and then you get a random ass thought. You get a random ass thought, which is not fucking random, okay? This is the paradox of reality. You get a random ass thought that, fuck, I should have believed that guy. I should have started my business. I should have done something when I saw that fucking Lambo, when I saw that rich guy at 14 years old. At least I would have spent my 4 years of fucking life in chasing the dreams that I wanted to be. And you're like fucking devastated, whatever the fuck it is, man. I'm not good at the words. You're fucking devastated. On like, fuck, I didn't take an action. Now you're feeling behind. Now you have student loan, student debt. You have no job because your degree was not valuable. You have been kicked out of your mom's house. That's probably like it. You've been homeless right now, and you're thinking, man, I should have taken that action. And boom, you're correct. And also when you're sleeping, okay, I get this a lot. When you are sleeping, there are a lot of dreams, right, of your past self, that you dream a lot, right, about your past. Like, oh, wish I could have, got better at my school, or I should have done this or something. Like, you get some strange dreams, right? Sometimes it's not always you're gonna get some visions or something. Brain is gonna cook some random ass bullshit sometimes, most of the times. But there's some dreams which are like oddly too strange, oddly too strong to be real, and those are not lying to you. Those are the fragments of you which return back to you. Back to the shit. You know what happens? Every failure, let me show it again. Every failure returns to his source. So all the multiple infinite realities, infinite branches returns back to you in a way of what if I had done that shit. So example, like, there's a girl, simple example, there's a girl, hot as baddie, sexy baddie. You get what I'm trying to talk. You see a hot ass baddie. Damn, bro, like, okay, enough. She's sitting next to beside you, exactly next to beside you, or you've seen somewhere in mall or something, which you'll never see. They're saying that the woman that you'll never see again in your life, that type of baddie. There are two options. You go and cold approach her and like just say, hey, hi, hello, how you doing? You look quite pretty, you are my type, and just say any damn shit. You approached her, and who knows, she could have been your girlfriend, who knows, she could have been your soulmate or wife, partner, whatever the fuck. You took the action, and that leads to that shit. But like a loser you are right now, you wouldn't have said a damn thing to her, and she's like waiting if this man will talk to me or not. Who knows, that woman might have been interested because of the way you look, or she must have thought you were hot or something shit like that. Like, there are multiple things. We don't know how the fucking woman thinks, but there are a lot of high possibilities that could have been happened. But there also might have been a possibility where she could have rejected you, but you'll be at least glad that you went out of your comfort zone and approached her. No, and after getting rejected, you'll be like fucking glad that at least I asked her, and I know the answer, what was the outcome of it. Whether it's a no or yes, that's none of your fucking bullshit. The process of taking initiative is what matters most. Fuck, I think I'm really insecure of loose collar. You get my point. So yeah, that's one thing. So it's never late, okay? There's also a version of you who failed, who didn't take action for a long time, but then reached a point that you could not bear it anymore, and you started taking a lot of action, and then you made it. It's never too late to start taking different actions to change your life. And if you think like, oh my god, my life is ruined, you're about to suicide, then watch this shit, bro. You're fucking bitch to take your life. I swear to god, people who suicide are fucking bitch instead of facing their own reality. They are weak as bitches. And this is coming from a guy who was about to take his life, but I slapped myself like, what the fuck, am I a bitch? It's like Satan, it's like a devil controlling you. Yes, yes, kill yourself, give me your soul. This is what exactly happens. Do you know? In Christ, in Quran, in Bible, Gita, and all the gods, religion gods, and all the books, it's a big ass sin to kill yourself. It's a big ass sin to suicide, you know? It's like you're disrespecting God Himself. I'm sorry. You're like disrespecting God's creation. God gave you that soul, okay? And you're disrespecting life too badly. Instead of, facing your fears, instead of restarting your life in a different perspective, you're just taking the easy route. You're letting the devil win. You're letting the Satan take your soul. You know what happens if you suicide? First of all, you'll go to hell for committing that sin, and of course you will also be paid for all your sins. And then devil will come and take you as an apprentice for more torture because you suicided. It's that simple. How do I know? Don't ask me. I might be something else. But now let me tell you something. If you've seen anime, manga, manhwa, there's a lot of shit, okay? There's always like isekai, right? That means transferring to new world and restarting your life in a magical way, like magic, superpowers, stats, system, solar leveling, and all the bullshit. Let me say that exists in this reality, but it's just not visible to our eyes here unless we get to a certain level called higher humans. A newborn being with having stats. Just see the world from a different perspective now. You are in a new world. What do you want to do? If you want to see yourself in isekai way, in the anime way or any way, just know that stats exist. All the leveling system, whatever the fuck you saw in the anime or whatever the anime, manga, like now all the stories you see, they all are fucking real. But they just are being portrayed by authors. It's just a way of conveying from lower dimensions. All the mangas, games, all the stories, light novels, whatever the fuck you see, they all exist, but in a lower universe, lower reality dimension to maintain their fable. They go through and come via a person's head and just expose themselves so they can maintain their stability for a long time. It's just a thing that you won't get. It's a theory I have made for myself. So it's like if you see ORV, it's like omniscient reader's viewpoint. That's a connection from that also as well. And if you have seen greatest real estate developers, or no man, not even that. There are a lot of anime I've taken references, and that actually makes sense to be honest. So all the authors or stories that you read till now, they're just a part of a big world that have just been portrayed from author's perspective, from their mind. Because have you ever wondered how the fuck are these people making such stories? Of course, it's from references, all the tragicness. It's just a fable that's been portrayed via someone higher dimension being. We are higher dimension being for these people, the lower dimension being. So they get portrayed by this shit. So these all exist, but you just don't have enough power to see through all the system and all the stats. There is also reality above ours, where beings, omniversal beings, people with omniversal powers, there's a community of those itself. God's realm, God's society, that's like there are people above gods. That's the bare minimum for them. Gods are like insects for these higher dimension beings, high universal beings. So just consider that as an example. Right now, if you're dead, now you're dead, okay, mentally, now you are just reborn in this fucking world. Now see everything from stat perspective and a game perspective, because that's how the world should be viewed at. Your strength, if you're skinny bone, fat as fuck, your strength should be around 10 or 5 to 10 or 7 to 10, that's it. That's strength. If you go to the gym, eat healthy, and every day you do that shit, you'll progress a level. There's the stages for your muscles, right? When you're starting out, your muscles are just a single stick shit, and after a few months you see some shape developing. That's level 2, stage 2. And once you're fucking jacked, completely shredded, and all the muscle and shit, and your muscles are really sexy, like popping off, That's the final stage of your body. Like gym itself, you take gym itself, like 3 months in, you start seeing changes of your body. That's stage 2. That's how you reach level 2 of your body. If you are consistent with self like 3 years or 4 years, then you're the jack person. That's the final stage of your physique. That's how you increase your strength stat. You increase your intelligence, mana maybe like focusing on certain work for a longer period of time. So that's how you can measure mana. And mana is like mainly the mental fortitude and energy that you feel in self. So mana is equal to energy, and energy is like how you maintain your body. That's by diet, by work activity, how you feel. That's mana. How much work you can do. If you're a guy who can only hold plank, I'm just saying, if you can hold plank for 60 seconds, the maintenance, once you practice and practice, then you can do it more for 2 minutes and all the stuff. That's the duration of certain work. Is called mana, I think so. Energy level. Mana exists, magic exists. The only thing is that we don't know how yet, or we don't have it awakened yet. I can make a whole damn video about magic, which is real, in a new video, but not this one. So basically, write all your stats down: intelligence, strength, defense, magic, speed, agility, every damn thing, and view everything as a game perspective. Once you start seeing the shit from a game perspective, like if you're in your phase of your life, if you're in a certain difficult stage, see that as an S rank difficult shit, and look for loopholes. What you can do: take a book and paper, sorry, pen and paper, and write down your stats, how you look, what do you need to improve. Take a mirror or look into camera and see how you want to improve your looks. If I say myself, I still have to improve myself a lot. I'll give you an example on myself. I need to still develop my maxilla and ramus a lot, and masseters, maxilla, and ramus, my jaw properly, and zygo. This zygo chubbiness needs to be proper so I can look like a sexy hot guy. Develop my muscles, not be skinny bone. I need to work out a lot. You can see the lines, right? Like I'm getting a little bit jacked, not that jacked. Need to find, I had to find a better hairstyle, and also get more rich. I have to improve my eyebrows. Like this is the main shit that you can see. Okay, I can improve my looks that way. I need to increase my strength, looks, charisma, the way I talk, articulation. That's how charisma works. I need to approach a lot of women and make more money and all the shit. That's how you can measure your stats, by being dead ass with yourself. How ugly or good, or how strong or weak you are. If you're weak in certain things like money wise, all this, so just try that shit. Financial stats is 0, you're broke. Like what I'm trying to say is, take a pen and paper. That's all you need to change your life. Man, my hair, I might be really insecure of how I look, but I don't think I'm that insecure. But it's just my hair just keeps on coming in my face or some shit like that. So a pen and paper is all you need. Take a pen and paper and write down everything you have in your life. For example, I've written this shit. I'm sorry it may take time. This is my routine and all this shit. This is my workout routine, okay? If you might like push, pull legs and all this shit. Just gamify your shit, like daily inputs. And there's my timetable, boxing, skipping, workout, everything. Here are my stats. Bro, I have just gamified my damn life. My future look, like this. There's my ideal future look. I wanna look like some Jinwoo type shit. My hairstyle and face, jawline. I'm starting to look better, okay? If you compare my self a year ago, when I started the broke to rich challenge, if you see, it's in my playlist in shorts. I was fucking broke. I was in a 9 to 5 job which I got kicked out, and I was a fat fuck. My articulation was shit. I didn't have confidence. Now I look much better. I have a direction what I want to do and everything. Like I'm getting better, okay? That's a simple telltale sign that I'm getting better and progressing. I'm yapping about this shit online. So yeah, I'll make an in-depth video on how to gamify your fucking life in real life stat. and how to actually unlock a lot of shit. How to increase your plot armor, luck it can be increased, plot armor can be increased. How to increase, like gamify your life. Like I said before, my goal is to create real life solo leveling type of system. Turn self improvement in a gamification in the simplest way. That's my ultimate goal. If I once I become, not once, I know I'll become a trillionaire. I know I'll become a trillionaire, quadrillionaire, world's hottest, sexiest man alive. That's one of my goals. I have to become trillionaire, quadrillionaire, world's best writer by becoming world's best writer and investor, and also get so hot, mock the fuck everyone, and have baddies around me. I'm working towards myself. See, my way of talking, my knowledge has improved a lot. My looks has improved a lot. Decent, okay, decent. I can riz a couple of people. My confidence has increased. It's just I'm getting better, but slowly, somehow. At least I'm progressing than not doing anything at all, right? So yeah, I'll make a whole damn video on how you can do this instead of suiciding shit. Just see, okay, if you're going through this broke phase, just see it as a boss level. In our life, demon kings and all this stuff don't exist yet or something like that, but our life itself is a boss level. Once it's a struggle phase. There's a struggle phase, right? Where you're facing all the problems, you're broke, your business is not growing, you're still haven't made it yet. And once finally break through that level, like once you finally got through that breakthrough, oh man, once you finally reach the breakthrough, it's all easy, right? Once you finally start making your first $1,000, $10,000, $1,000,000, a billion, and then trillion, once you start making that breakthrough, once you get into the momentum, the flow, everything's easy, right? In game world, in anime, in all the manga and light novels, it's always easy tutorials, and slowly, step by step, you go and then you hit your boss level and you defeat some major villain and all this stuff. That's lower dimension beings. Those are lower dimension beings. We are high dimension beings, and because of that reason, we don't get that steady anime main character progress, but we go through direct as soon as we are born, we are in the boss level. And your difficulty of game, your boss level difficulty depends on your goals and ambition. For me, my goal is to become the world's first trillionaire and quadrillionaire before Elon, of course, and by becoming the world's best writer, hottest man alive, sexiest man alive, and world's best investor. My difficulty was set triple S, like S rank from the very beginning. I was bullied, I was looked down, parents don't believe me, got kicked out, I was homeless for 5 years, fatherless, broke, fat, bitchless. I break up with stupid friends, loneliness. I had gone through a lot, and I'm still going through some shit, but I'm better. I'm doing better. I'm leveling up. Once you made like your first level of figuring the shit out and getting the breakthrough, till that phase is called boss level. SSS rank. Your rank difficulty depends on what's your goal. If you want to make $1 billion, it's like a B rank, A rank. That's it. Anyone can make $1 billion. Anyone can make, if your goal is measly $10,000 a month, that's like a C rank difficulty. It's easy. And if you wonder why do people who have started later than you but reach their goals quick, like make money quick, like $10,000 a month, they're making a lot of money, they're quick with actions, and also their ambition is just quite low. All they want is a couple of thousand bucks and sex and power, and that's it. That's why their difficulty is low. But if you have a bigger ambition, your difficulty might be high, but that doesn't mean you gotta be that dude's difficulty is high and my is this unfair. No, bastard, you gotta learn from those people. Okay, even if their difficulty is low of their boss level, you gotta understand and synthesize the process, what they did to achieve that level faster, and you can implement their methods in your shit so you can progress yourself faster. Instead of envying and being jealous of others, get inspired by them and apply it onto yourself to progress faster in the levels in the game. That's it. That's how I did. So that's the easy way out. That's how you can gamify your life. This is like a mini short version that I have barely explained, which I'll make a new video for sure on how to gamify your life the real way. So yeah, that's one thing. So don't suicide, man. Just think this as your new level, your new consciousness, and write everything down. What do you want to achieve in your life? What do you want to buy? Cars, type of woman, baddie. What are your opinions and all this shit? And what do you exactly want? Like a do, neoprene. Like write everything down in detail that you don't have anything at all. I don't care even if it's a nail cutter that you need, write everything down to the minute detail of it in the pen and paper and just stick it in the wall. That's how I did. I have a lot of posters, I have my wish list there. I'll show my whole room once I'm done with this. I still have a lot more to do, but and here is my goals as well in money way. Okay, banks. There's a like $800 billion in available balance. I'm a fucking delusional guy. My goal is $1 trillion, $250 billion. So you can see a main balance has $858 billion and something like that has like $370 billion in another account and $20,000 for normal day-to-day life change and 520,000 in mom's account, like something like that. This is my goal. Okay, whenever I wake up I just see this shit. And my dream car, 180 Lamborghini 180 Roadster. I just have everything in front of me, so I get a daily reminder who the fuck am I and everything, man. This helps a lot. So that's one thing. And part for the last part of this video is my vision that I saw. This is for my future self. If you are done with this shit, that's all. This is for video, but this is for my future self. A puzzle that I wanna give it to myself in the future that I haven't solved it yet, but it's a puzzle that I saw from the vision that I was about to yap it. So the vision that I saw in my dreams was I woke up in the middle of class. Sorry, not in. I woke up in a world. I have no idea with a group of people, but I was like, damn, let me just go and check that room. That's like kind of scientific, and we are like in a good world, like water, hills, and greenery. And there's a whole room for something like. And I entered that alone because these people are scaredy bitch. I was like, let me go and check what's there. And I just wake up with a. For some reason, I get teleported in that shit, but like, how do I explain this shit? Okay, I open my eyes. I'm like instantly checking like what the fuck am I, what year is this, like there's a room of people and I check, it's like I have a phone type shit. I have a phone and I immediately check. I have no idea, but I just had a thought like, oh, I gotta check the what's the time, because I felt like I'm in the future or some shit like that, because like a lot of time passed. So I'm like, as soon as I wake up, like I see I have a phone. As soon as I just check, okay, what's the year? And it's like 2156th century. It's like, it's not 2000. It's not 2026. It's like the year is, the current year is 2156. Is it okay? And the time was like 11:56 or 11:50 or something like that. I'm in the middle of class. The scientific class. The class people are teacher are like quite modern and shit like that. Room is quite modern, and there's a friend that I don't know how, but I knew him, but who knows. And I asked him like, do you know who's Igus? That's my name, okay? And he just know, yeah, he was a great, I'm in the future, okay? So he was like, yeah, he was a big creator scientist type shit. I'm like, wow. So has he made something? I just don't know, but why did I ask him? But has he made something? I asked him, my friend, who was, I don't know, I asked him, has he made something like Eternox Genesis? And he's like, yeah, that's a system that quite popular. And he just showed me an app. He showed me an app called Creator Genesis. So for your reminder, I didn't even told anyone about this before even sleeping, and I never told about it yet. But in my dreams, I like just saw that this guy was like telling about it, and it's like future, and he's like, okay, yeah, it's an Paradox of Multiverse app. And I'm about to ask him, okay, that means it's been over 100 years that I've been dead. If I'm in the future, let me go and ask him how they made it. Like, this was my self-awareness in the dream itself, in the vision itself, that I asked, okay, if I'm in the fucking future, if I'm already dead, I'm already big guy, and my Creator Genesis, my Eternal Genesis is an app that's real, that's system, soul living system type shit. Let me go and ask details about it, how he made it, and is that app, let show me how the app works. And everything that I felt, everything I saw in that fucking dream or vision, whatever the fuck you wanna call it, was so fucking real. It was like right now how I feel alive, but in future I was in the future type shit. Phone was real. Me waking up, like me standing up from a chair and sitting in my chair talking to my friends. Everything was fucking real. The teacher interacting. As soon as I asked that person, okay, can you tell me more about that guy, I guess, and can you show me the app? As soon as I was gonna ask that guy, that bitch ass specs teacher just interrupted and told us, hey, don't talk, and just let's move on in a different room for a different lecture. Like fuck. And I'm constantly, because that guy was the only one who knew about it, and I'm constantly behind that guy, like I'm so desperate about that dude. Okay, what's that, let me go and ask him again. And when I'm trying to ask that shit again, there's another woman who's interested in me. There are like multiple girls who are like attracted to me because I looked so hot. Yeah, I looked so hot in there that all the women were like just looking at me, distracted and shit. And I'm constantly trying to find that guy who knew about that shit. And whenever I'm trying to find that guy, something is just blocking up, and I'm not able to access that information. And as soon as I wake up, I'm like, fuck, that was a fucking vision. So basically, I just wake up, I see I'm in future. The year is 2156. 2156. Wow, I nested it in such a way. So it's like I'm in a vision. I'm in the future. The year is 2156. I see the time. It's like 11:56 or something. And I see my best friend, whom I don't even know, and I ask him, do you know who is I guess? Myself, I'm asking myself to him there. And he's like, yeah, he's a great scientist, he's a great creator, who has done a lot of good shit for the world. And after I asked him, did he made something like Eternals Genesis or something? And he's like, yeah, he's made a complete system that is really useful, like Creator Genesis or Eternals Genesis, that I haven't told to anyone yet. And I'm like about to ask that dude, and that woman, that stupid teacher, and all the ladies that are into me are constantly stopping me from talking to that guy. And as soon as I get closer to the asking what made me successful, what made me, this shit, and before getting the access of the information in the future or viewing in the system so I can use it in my current self, like I'm trying to get the information that made the system, or how the system would look like if I open the app or something like that. I was just trying to get the access of information, what made me so successful, what made me that shit, like big guy. And I'm just constantly getting avoided, blocked by fate or something, like you're not ready yet or type shit, like no, not yet type shit. Like my teachers are constantly stopping me, the girls are like into me, but they are constantly blocking me from talking to my friends. And I wake up and I realize, like fuck, I was in the future, and I knew that I became a big guy, a great scientist, but 100 years into future. So I knew I was there, and my project, my creation was fucking alive. Imagine seeing your own damn creation that you haven't even made yet, but it's alive, and it's just helped a lot of people. You this close from reaching and seeing how it would look. I'm like, fuck, that has to be some kind of future. I went in future for who knows couple of minutes, and I was this close from knowing what made me successful, or from seeing my own damn creation. I was this close. I was like, I have to make a fucking video about this shit. That's crazy, man. And here's how I came across the paradox. If I had seen my system, if I had seen Paradox Genesis, it's a system that I'm about to release or do something about it, and also publish light novel about it on it, because it's both a manga and also a system. So for example, if I had seen that shit in future and just made it into reality, that would be like, I didn't made it. It was a version of me in future that made it, which I didn't got to see because that guy was dead. So it was like made out of nothingness, a random thought, not a pure self. And when I grow up, when I do all the shit and all this stuff, and when I share the exact system that I saw and it got famous, then it would make no sense. It would just create a butterfly loop that, okay, I create something that I didn't even know was mine. I know this doesn't make sense. It's like I see something that was not made by me, but was made by me, born from nothingness. I create it because it was not my thought, but I thought it was mine. And in future, I just repeat the damn cycle of just going in a fucking loop of just doing the shit. But there might be another version of me, which is me right now, because I didn't got to see that vision, because I didn't got to see the app, who will end up creating the system that exists. So I'm just creating different realities, different version of me who will see the same dream, same vision, and act on it. So I think there's a version of me who got to see this dream and got to see how the app looks like, which was not created yet by me. I didn't even know how the fuck it looks. So it's like I made a damn. So the current me who hasn't seen it yet will end up go and make the system that doesn't exist for a different guy. So myself, the current self in a different reality, will go and see it. So I'm just creating a paradox loop for my own damn self who will see the system and will create it without having his own efforts. So right now, I'm just helping myself. I'm creating a cycle, I'm creating a branch that will all lead to me, the original self who made the damn system. Damn, paradox of loop, paradox of life. And instead, it's like super crazy. I know a lot of people will like, what the fuck is he yapping about? But if I know there's a lot of millions of billions of people who are gonna watch my video, mostly scientific, philosopher, psychology, and all the physics type of dude will watch this scene specifically because I'm talking about reality that I made myself and I'm gonna help myself or some shit like that. So my end of the goal is whatever the fuck you do, you're just helping yourself or destroying yourself. That's what I'm trying to say. Every action you take or you don't take ends up becoming a timeline that after being completed before you will always end up to you. The reality, the branches, the sources always spreads to maintain its existence, to maintain the balance of the world. Once the purpose has been fulfilled, it will always return to its original source, where it all started from, the seed. So I think that's what I am right now. And that's how you know you are the original seed. If I had been able to see, if I was able to see the dream, if I was able to see how the system looked like, then that would have proved that I was not the original guy. Because if I had seen that shit and then I went on creating that shit which I didn't even create it, which I didn't even knew, would have made no sense. That would have been just a version of me that didn't exist, but like just a version of me that saw it. But right now, if I create this shit because I haven't know how it looks and I created by myself, by my own thoughts and things, then in the future, in like 100 years, in like 156 years in future, a different reality dimension of guy of my version is gonna see this exact dream that I saw today and will have the access of the system who will end up go and creating that system. So it's like I'm helping myself. And if you're confused, like, okay, even if you're not the real self, what will you do? If you got to know that even if you're not the original version of yourself, if you're not the real Alex, or if you're not the real you're just a version of someone else, if you're just version of the original, what should you do? Well, it doesn't matter, right? If you're just a copy of a damn guy, even if I was a copy of a damn guy, if I'm just gonna repeat a miserable life, what the fuck? If I'm just a copy of someone's damn personality, if I'm not even the original Argus, and I'm just gonna live a normal life and end up dead and just gonna return to his own damn original source, if I'm just gonna die living a normal boring ass life, I'm just gonna end up returning to original source, then why the fuck am I supposed to take normal actions? Why don't I live my fucking life? I only have one life, and even after death, I'm not gonna return to my old damn self. Then why the fuck am I living like a peasant? That's what I'm trying to explain. Even, it doesn't matter. Even if you're original, you're gonna help your other reality, other timeline, other version of yourself. Even if you're fake, you get to live your life your way. Why the fuck you wanna play itself when your other version of yourself had already played itself and failed? Instead of just repeating the damn cycle, live your life to its full extent. Take the fucking risk. That's what I'm trying to say. Take fucking risk. You might not be the original. Even if you might be the original, you are just helping yourself to get better. Even if you're not the original self, you should be happy. You're not the original version. You don't have to carry the burden. At least you will be happy. Okay, fuck that shit. I don't have any restriction. Fuck that shit. I'm gonna approach that woman. Fuck that shit. I'm gonna take the risk. I'm gonna drop out of college. I'm not gonna fucking work in the 9 to 5 shit. I'm gonna pursue my goals. I'm gonna live my life. I'm living on a peak. Like I'm gonna die anyway. I'm gonna die anyway. Why the fuck don't I live my life like I want? Instead of being brainwashed, manipulated, living life from others' perspective, thinking what others will think. Are you concerned about what others will think? If you're concerned about what others will think, fuck them. You are not meant to live from others' perspective, what others will think. You are meant to live from your own damn perspective. What do you want to live? How you want to live? Do you think I would have made it this far if I had listened to my stupid mom or my dad or my stupid friends? Oh, your business is not gonna work. You should just take a job. Take a job. Don't leave a job. Just go and get a job and work your ass off for next 40 to 50 years in a fucking 9 to 5. Boom, that's it. And keep on taking debts and marry an nagging bitch. Live a miserable worst life, and after you're dead, you just end up paying for your sins. You're gonna pay for your sins in hell. So if I'm gonna be tortured ever since I'm fucking born, and after the death, I'm gonna be tortured as a fucking soul, and after my shit has been completed, all the sins have been nourished, and I'm gonna be kicked out like this, like fuck off, go and reborn again and live another life of miserable that you don't even know how to play the tutorial, and you're just gonna repeat the damn cycle. Why the fuck you don't take the risk? You get my point? I know normal people won't understand this video, but this video is for specifically high intelligent people, not for dumbasses. This is not for stupid third world people. This is not for stupid brain dead people. It's for intelligent people. I'm a fucking racist. I'm a fucking narcissistic. I'm a fucking selfish guy who looks on my dream. I will say this openly. I look down on the people who give up trying. I look down on people who don't, make their life better. Who constantly complain about their life. Who constantly look down on constantly, drag others to their reality. I look down on such people who don't even try. I look down on average people. I am fucking racist. I'll say that shit. People who don't even try. People who say it's not possible, it's not gonna happen. This is reflecting their own reality, man. I do look down. I'm a fucking racist towards people who don't even try. People who constantly complain about their life and don't let others do their own thing. Constantly judge others, and they just are fucking lazy. Scaredy bitches to take the risk. I look down on those people. If you're a fat ass, if you're complaining and bitching like, oh, you're a gym is to this and that, and I don't care about the muscle. Who needs muscle? Like, if you're a bitch and you're constantly dragging others to your fucking level, I will look down on you like a fucking trash piece peasant, bitch. If you're constantly spreading negativity, I look down on you like a fucking peasant. I won't even look down on you as a human. You're not even worth of a fucking attention. And I think that's the main reason why I left my old friend group, and that's also one of the main reason why I broke up with my girlfriend, because she was a constantly nagging bitch and negativity. Oh, it's not gonna happen. Oh, I think you're thinking way too delusional. I don't need a fucking woman who's gonna drag me into her level. I don't need a fucking woman who's gonna constantly tell me that my goals are too big. Instead of pushing me up, she's gonna drag me down. I don't need such negative bitch. I need a woman who's fucking strong, who doesn't folds under pressure, and always in a better perspective, better mindset way. Man, I always look like a mad scientist with this hairstyle and also all this background, all this shit. Whenever I record a video, I always look like a mad scientist, but I guess. I need a hot baddie who's understandable, who is so delusional like me, who has ambitious goal and is proud of me and looks up to me no matter what happens, lows or highs. That type of woman is my type, bro. I don't need a nagging bitch who constantly drags me, who constantly, tells me, oh, it's not gonna happen. Stop telling me that it's not gonna happen. Why the fuck are you even with me? Just go and get an average black dick. Bro, what the fuck? So that's my point, bro. Your actions are constantly creating universes, parallel realities. And you know who's gonna be fault? You yourself. That's all. Man, I made over our video, I guess. I think it's 45 or 50 minutes video total. Yep. Fuck it, who cares, man? I'm a fucking genius. Who knows if this shit is. Oh, fuck you. A lot of people will watch this shit. Who wouldn't watch a fucking trillionaire, quadrillionaire documenting his life and sharing and breaking new discoveries about realities, quantum physics, and all this shit? Who wouldn't watch this shit? I'm a fucking genius. Of course, a lot of people will watch this shit. So have a great day. I will make a lot of more videos. Yeah, that's it. Fuck average. Never ever be average. I'll give you the power of author to take control of your fucking life. From now onwards, you have the power of author. You can create any damn version of yourself, any damn reality of yourself. Just the world is yours. I, as an creator of Eternox Genesis, author of the reality, gave you the power of author himself. Your life is in your control. Your life is in your hands. Reality is fucking malleable. Reality is malleable. Use it as you wish. Everyone has their own world, man. Fuck average.